Rockford's fire chief has a little more than a month left before packing his bags for the next step in his career.
The Board of Fire and Police Commissioners is building a checklist of traits Chief Derek Bergston's successor should have. Dylan Sronke explains these are big shoes to fill. Dylan?
Well, Eric and Mimi, board members say it's going to be an exhaustive process to replace someone who's led Rockford Fire for over a decade. While internal candidates will be considered, they'll also look across the country to find the department's next chief.
The board today felt it was important to seek out the best candidate wherever that might be.
Thursday, the Rockford Board of Fire and Police Commissioners laid out the steps they'll take to find outgoing Fire Chief Derek Bergston's replacement. They're planning to conduct a national search and will likely work with a consultant to aid in the hiring process.
We don't obviously want somebody who's going to work a year and then retire, but it's not a deal breaker either. I mean, we just want to get the absolute best candidate, and whatever their tenure might be, I think that'll all be fleshed out during the process.
The board is also responsible for naming an interim chief to lead the department after Bergston leaves for Fort Collins, Colorado in May. Any interim chief can only serve for up to 120 days. Commissioner Sam Schmidt says that gives the board a rough timeline for selecting a permanent option.
We'll work with the chief to identify some potential internal candidates to fill the position of interim chief, and one of those requirements is that they don't want to pursue the chief's position.
Bergston has served as chief in Rockford since 2008. His last day is scheduled for May 7th. He was recently named Fire Chief of the Year by the Illinois Fire Chiefs Association. Schmidt says they're hoping whoever leads the department next will create their own legacy in the Forest City.
What are you contributing to the department beyond just doing your job? How active are you in the community? What are you doing to support the mission of City Hall and the aldermen? So those are the kind of leadership traits that we will be looking for as well.
The Rockford Board of Fire and Police Commissioners has another meeting scheduled for April 13th. Board members are expected to share more updates then.